today we're gonna outline a screenplay. Actually, I'm gonna outline, but I don't know, maybe after watching this you should go write, I'm just saying. So all the blogs and professionals and whatnot say that you gotta keep moving and shaking while you're on submission, and all the rejection letters are just flying at your face and you feel like a failure. You gotta keep writing. So that's what I'm gonna do this week while I am on submission hell with my first screenplay and my children's book. So this story is very out of my comfort zone. Truth Weekend was very contained, contemporary, a bit of romance, there's dark humor, love that stuff. This story is not that. This is high concept, sci-fi, magical realism. With Truth Weekend, more or less, from day one, I knew exactly what was going to happen from beginning to end. Of course, things change with drafts, and once you begin writing, some things are a bit more obvious and should change because it's who you are, like when you first start writing a story, and who you are at the end is different, or at least that's how it's been for me in my early 20s. Things are always changing, and I'm always crying. But with Truth Weekend, I knew everything that was going to happen. Even when I adapted the novella into the screenplay, I outlined all of it with bullet points, even the beat sheet, just on my laptop within a weekend. But this thing I have been trying to outline for a couple months now, just on my laptop, because I thought it would be the same, and it is not. And I am having the hardest time with the beginning and the end, which is weird because usually people have an issue with the mushy middle. My issue is that I have way too much middle. I know everything that is going to happen, from the inciting incident to pretty much like the all is lost moment. But everything that happens in the beginning, save for like a few plot points, and then everything that happens at the end, save for a few plot points, I have no idea what's going to happen. And I have all this middle stuff, and it's freaking me out. So that's why I'm getting down and dirty today with some note cards. Hopefully I can get this done fairly quickly. Tonight I'm going over to my friend Lydia's house, and we're gonna like watch Say Yes to the Dress and talk wedding stuff, because she just got engaged, so congrats to Lydia. But so I have that tonight, and hopefully that timer can make me productive. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is pull up all of my bullet points on my laptop. Don't know if you can see it. There we go. So I'm gonna pull up all of my bullet points on my laptop, and then I'm gonna put them on note cards, and we're gonna try and figure this stuff out. Because again, with the mushy middle stuff, like I know there's a lot of things that happen, but not all of them are in order, because here's how this screenplay breaks down. This is a very rambly vlog, but I like writing videos like this, so why not make what you actually want to watch? How this screenplay breaks down and how I'm going to organize all of this on the floor and really like shuffle things around, because I need to move stuff around with my hands right now for it to make sense. So how I'm going to break it down is, it's really the hero's journey, kind of a plot structure-ish, where it's like we have a bunch of characters and they all meet up in, let's call it a facility. So they all meet up in a facility. And within this facility they have to get into, oh God, what are we gonna call this? In the facility, they're all going to get into a simulation, let's call it that. So in the simulation, there are separate phases or trials that they have to go through, sure. And a bunch of things go awry, and then we have our ending, sure. So I'm going to split up the note cards like that. I know everything that happens in the facility, in the simulation, but it's like all this stuff in the beginning, and then a part of me is like, should we just start it at the simulation? And there's like a whole cultural thing I'm trying to break down in this magical realism land. Blah.
One of the issues that I'm trying to figure out with these cards is how much is too much with the villain or antagonist. You know, like how much do we really need to get inside of their head? Because it's not like it's one of those things where it's like, oh, this traumatic thing happened to me and that's why I'm bad, or I'm getting revenge, or I'm being crazy just to be crazy, because honestly that does not interest me at all. It's the environment, it's the society in this universe that teaches them that this behavior is okay.
So if you guys want a part 2 to this vlog where I show like the nitty-gritty technical side, I would love to, because this stage, or phase 1, is really about moments. So I had an idea for a story and a theme that I wanted to explore, and then I just started bullet pointing scenes and moments and bits of dialogue that would convey that. I got the idea to map out the story like that from watching Diablo Cody's Young Adult. I absolutely love Diablo Cody and completely inspired me to be a screenwriter. But in Young Adult, there's just so much subtext, and I really want to work on that. Like, how do I show what I'm trying to convey without spelling it out? You know, what is the character saying versus what they're like actually wanting? And that's how I ended up sectioning out these note cards. And in doing so, I am realizing that I have a lot more plot holes than I thought. Ooh, look at that bacon grease highlight. Oh my God. I'm having a bit of an issue figuring out where I should put certain conversations. Of course, there's a lot of action sequences, and I've had to read a lot of scripts that I really love that deal well with action, but I'm also trying to figure out where I can kind of put the expository dialogue, kind of, or like when I have the moments of like the girls just like chatting and getting to know each other, but like still making it interesting. Because the story X is sort of an allegory for an issue I'm really excited about exploring. I've noticed that like in my initial notes, I have a lot of like visual imagery for it that I might scrap. Like I might scrap most of it because I feel like I'm kind of, and who's to say, because I haven't even written all this stuff out yet, so it might change as revisions go on, but I'm kind of afraid of like hitting you over the head with like this symbolism, kind of like when there's like a lot of like biblical imagery and stuff, and like girls are just like walking around like eating forbidden apples and shit, and it's like real bad.
Okay, while I figure out what this trippy plotline is, I thought I would show you guys some of my inspiration for this story. Ooh, that one's good. This is the first one that I saw, and I thought it was so cool, and I'm trying to be as vague as possible because honestly I am lost. And then this one, I honestly saw it and I was like, okay, so this is the poster, and I have like 12 other scene ideas just based off this. It's kind of like those like southern gothic pictures of like the wife and the husband like on a farm with a pitchfork, but it's like trippy, so like imagine this, but people and not lizard people? I don't know. I think it's really cool.
Okay, so I finally got to the midpoint, and I think I'm gonna stop it here because I really do need to go and get dressed, but I'm gonna pick up all the cards, and then I'm going to number all of them and then put them all on my laptop so I can remember.
Alright guys, I think I'm gonna end the video here. I need to get ready and go over to Lydia's house now. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want a part 2. I'm still gonna be, you know, outlining for the rest of my life regardless. But let me know if you enjoyed more laid back vlogs like this. I certainly enjoy watching them. But also let me know how your writing is going, how we're moving the needle forward, and how writing is the only thing that makes you feel like we're not hurtling into a black pit of despair. That's fun. That's a comment I want. So let me know how life is going. I appreciate you, and I will see all of you lovely people in my next video. Bye!